Hello, YouTube. This is Dark Tower Palaver, and I am Tad.
I'm Peter.
And we've basically been podcasting for Dark Tower series for Stephen King for 6 years now.
6 years.
And the last number of years we've done our podcast on YouTube as well. But this is the first time we've actually done normal YouTube content. Mm-hmm. We're huge Stephen King fans. We've been friends for 20 years.
Yep.
We extended our podcast. Dark Tower is our primary thing, but we do talk about all things Stephen King as well.
Yep.
So we're here for our first reaction video, and we're going to be reacting to the Firestarter trailer. And I just read Firestarter for the first time not too long ago, probably in the last 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
You've read it before.
I've read it 3 or 4 times. It's one of my favorite Stephen King. It's on my list of I do repeat readings a lot, which is something you don't do as often.
Yeah.
You come back to The Stand every year, but I do. My religious ones that I come back to are Firestarter, Carrie, and The Stand as well.
Yeah.
Are the ones that I come back. Well, of course, aside from The Dark Tower, that goes without saying for both of us.
Yeah.
But Firestarter has been one of my all-time favorites for King. So when I heard that there was a new movie coming out with new cast and everything, I'm really excited.
Exactly. And I just read it. We actually, for our Patreon, which you can find us at patreon.com/darktowerpalaver. You can find all of our stuff for our podcast, our website, all that kind of stuff, our social media stuff in the description. We'll have all the links there. For our Patreon, we actually did a watch-along commentary type thing for the original Firestarter movie.
Drew Barrymore.
With Drew Barrymore, and unfortunately, George C. Scott. Although judo chopping the face was probably one of the best things in the worst kind of way. But so that's kind of our intro into who we are, and then what hopefully you'll be expecting. We're going to try to keep some more normal YouTube content coming, as well as our podcast that we do every other week. So let's
got a Salem's Lot trailer coming out later this year. Yeah, that comes out this year, right?
Yeah, Salem's Lot's coming out in September, so we'll have a reaction to that trailer.
Yep.
That's what we want to do, is just have some actual YouTube content as well as our full-on podcast, which we also have on YouTube, but more YouTube size stuff. So that's kind of our intro. That's who we are. But let's go ahead. Neither of us have watched this yet.
Nope.
First time watching. Normally, I would watch whatever. If this is our podcast, I would have watched it already, and you'd watch it for the first time. That's kind of our normal thing. But for these, we felt we'd go in fresh for everyone. So let's go ahead and this is also our first reaction video. So hopefully all the logistics here work in terms of whatever, but go ahead and move us over to the little small screens here and get the trailer up, and let's go ahead and give it a watch.
Let's do it.
Daddy, what's going on, sweetie?
Oh, Blumhouse, I love that.
Something's changing.
You remember the tools we taught you, right?
Pencil, desk, paper, shoes.
That's
Wait, everything okay, Charlie?
that's good from
It happened again.
the book.
The bad thing.
If you ever start to lose control, what do you do?
It didn't work.
Oh, he looks good.
She's not a robot, Andy. She's a little girl.
What's his name again?
Little girl are wildly unpredictable.
Andy. No.
Yeah, it's Andy, but I'm an actor.
Zac Efron?
Yeah.
Our responsibility is getting her ready.
Our responsibility is to protect her.
Charlie?
Well, there's Mom,
Yep.
If they catch her,
which we didn't really see in the first.
they're gonna run tests on her for the rest of her life.
Oh, this is interesting.
We'll never see her again.
Yeah, I'd run.
If who catches me?
Oh.
I need it handled with discretion, and I need her back alive.
Holy shit.
I'm liking her
Do you know when
as
she's
Charlie.
gonna run?
Yeah.
They're after us. Really bad.
I hate living like this.
You're special, Charlie.
Oh no, the chickens.
I want to help her.
You want to use her.
Oh,
Holy shit, that's red.
Where's Mom?
the RoboCop villain.
Let her go or it's gonna get a lot worse.
Where's Mommy? Tell me now.
I wonder, is he playing the head of the?
Kind.
The doctor.
Life.
Yeah.
Superhero.
You need to understand how to use it. It can't be a reaction.
Oh, flag.
It's gotta be a
Rainbird.
decision.
Oh, God.
The only way to control it.
She just killed that poor
Becoming a young woman.
Crow.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to jail.
There's Rainbird.
There's Rainbird, yeah.
You gotta change the
Oh yeah, I'm liking that.
She may be capable of a nuclear explosion.
Yeah, he's the doctor.
Yeah, dude, that's
Flee with the
great.
force of her mind.
Oh,
That was the
yeah.
scene that probably blinds that guy. Oh, shit.
dude, I know him.
Yeah, he's playing the farmer.
I won't hurt bad people, I promise.
Trust me, Charlie.
Oh, dude, I'm loving her as Charlie.
Oh yeah.
Please, I can help you.
Liar, liar. Handsome liar.
Oh shit.
I don't want to hurt anyone, but it feels kind of good.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
yeah. Oh, man. That's...
May 13th. Yes.
And streaming on Peacock. Did you see that?
Oh, straight to Peacock.
So, yeah, we'll go... Yeah, so just reaction. I mean, that you just saw her reaction.
Holy
So,
shit, dude.
impressions. I love her as Charlie. I mean, Drew Barrymore, I think, is probably like the saving grace of the first one.
Yeah.
I think she's probably the only thing that was super redeemable. The rest of
Yeah.
it was pretty forgettable. But yeah, this actor here is looking incredible.
She
in
looks
the role.
great.
Like, and also I feel like she has like. 'Cause did Drew really ever pull that darkness off? And I think Charlie
She
kind of
seems-
has that darkness.
Yeah, she
in the
seems
book.
so innocent and everything like that. And Charlie has that darker side where it feels good to burn.
Yeah.
And that's why Rainbird took her in so much in the giving away if you're looking to see the movie. This
Yeah.
is a novel we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
here.
I'm sorry. I guess we should have warned about that. We're looking at this from a spoiler perspective.
Right.
Of people that have read the book and stuff, but yeah, I'm.
But book wise, Rainbird sucks her in so easily because it feels good to burn.
Yeah.
And you kind of get that feeling here that she says it. It feels kind of good. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I
God,
like that.
crow. Jesus.
Yeah, I like the darkness we saw there in the tail end of the trailer. Rainbird looks incredible because George C.
does.
Scott, as great as he is as an actor, is the worst part of the original movie. Super
Cringe.
Just very
It's so
very
cringe.
cringeworthy to have him playing. If they should have just renamed him. If they're gonna have George C. Scott play him,
Yeah, not
like,
name him John Rainbird. That was
at least they didn't do like Redface. I guess
Yeah.
that's like the one plus from that
That's
movie. Is
true.
at least they didn't go that far.
Yeah.
But it's overall like I'm also Zac Efron playing the dad. That looks great. The mom's in it. She wasn't in the original movie that I recall.
I don't think so.
She's not that.
I think they did a flashback of him trying to find her, and he just finds her dead. In
Yeah.
the original. Like you don't even see her alive.
Yeah. So we'll see her alive. I'm guessing we're probably going to then see the finding of mom's body as we saw in the novel.
Ooh.
So that I'm guessing since we're actually seeing her alive, like there's no way that's just going to like snap 6 months later and then just allude to the fact that mom's dead. Like,
Did you notice the difference there? The confrontation takes place in the house instead of out at the interstate. Rest stop.
Yeah.
So,
Well, there's that could be the farm one though, the one where she torches the chickens and.
no, the guy with the knife to her throat.
Oh, okay.
He's like, this is going to get worse for you.
Oh.
I don't imagine that's the farm. I imagine that's them.
I see.
taking
Yeah,
her.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
That
At
it's
the
not
rest stop.
Yeah, at the rest stop where he's doing, just the two guys, and he just takes care of both of them, and then gets her in the car and goes.
Yeah.
That looks like that's at their house where it's happening.
Yeah.
It could be. There's other confrontations with the shop. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's who the bad guys.
And they
is,
could
the
be
shop.
adding more as well. I mean, that's the other thing that is pretty cool to think about is what they might be adding. Because like ultimately, there's plenty in the book, but I mean, you could always add more to increase the drama a bit.
True.
But overall,
one thing. The previous movie did do flashbacks to the experiment. No hint of that in this one.
Yeah,
Nothing so far.
No hint of it, and that'd be fine because especially if this is modernized, I don't know how you get away with that.
Yeah, because it's
Like,
in the book, it's
in the 60s
Vietnam
and-
60s.
Yeah, like the
experiments, those
psychedelic
crazy
experiments.
psychedelic stuff. How do you do that nowadays?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what would he be? Probably in the 90s.
90s
would have been a college age
Yeah.
person. So it's like, yeah, you're not having that shit in the 90s. So yeah,
no, 90s. He would have been, if he was college in the 90s, he'd be in his 40s now.
yeah. So even early 2000s.
Early
I guess.
2000s for college.
So yeah, there's just no way
No.
that you can get away with that. So it's probably better just to leave it maybe I mean, who knows? We're just speculating entirely.
we don't know.
It's funny because we've kind of followed this with the podcast in terms
Yeah.
of casting and stuff like that. I had no idea that I don't even know the actor's name. The bad guy from RoboCop or the
Red
guy
Foreman.
Yeah, from that
70s
70s show. I didn't realize he was in it at all. Like that must have slipped by.
I have no
us.
idea how that got past. I
Yeah.
know the farmer guy too. I know him.
Yeah.
How do I know him?
But yeah, so overall, I'm impressed. I'm looking forward to it. May 13th coming up very quickly, as well as the big reveal there is it's going to be on streaming.
Yeah.
So, although I mean personally, I think that feels like a theater trip Like,
if it's Stephen King, I'll be in theaters.
Yeah, it's Stephen King, and overall I'm looking forward to it. I'm loving what I'm seeing. All the actors look incredible. The cinematography look good. It looks like the stories look. I mean, it's hard to tell a story from the trailer, but overall, there's nothing there that looks troubling to me necessarily as a Stephen King fan, and because I mean, let's be honest, Stephen King doesn't necessarily mean great adaptations.
This is true.
There's all-time greats, and then there's ones that are probably just as bad as the good ones are good. So.
Okay, so it's not our fault that we missed his casting. He's not even listed on IMDb.
Okay, so they must have kept it under
IMDb
wraps.
has like 20 people listed.
Yeah, probably all the ones that we covered on our podcast. But yeah, so ultimately what we're going to do is this is just a reaction of some brief kind of responses here at the end. Yeah. But like we might have take a deeper dive into it in our next podcast. But our next one actually, so we alternate with book clubs. Our next one is in a couple days, and it's a book club. So it'll actually be 2 weeks from then that will be our next roundtable episode. In that is where we'll dive into it a little bit deeper to maybe have a deeper conversation about this. So go ahead.
That'll be February 26th, just to give the date. February 26th is when we will be...
We'll go live.
We'll go live
Yeah.
recording the podcast, which is right here on our YouTube channel, Dark Tower Palaver.
Yep.
On YouTube. And
then you can subscribe and do the notifications so that you'll see when we go live and you can join us. I mean, we'll cover all kinds of anything Stephen King as well as Dark Tower. You know, obviously Dark Tower is not really being developed as any kind of screen thing anymore. So for the most part, we talk about it from the realm of the books and stuff. But there we'll have a deeper conversation about this. There is some news about it that also came out around with this. But the big one is that it's coming on Peacock. That's kind of and I'm kind of bummed about that a little bit too. I was hoping we were kind of past that. But ultimately, I guess not. It's weird though because there's not a lot coming out now that's coming out on streaming services, so it's kind of a bummer.
The last one I remember is the Halloween Kills.
Yeah. So it's like, man, quit disrespecting horror. But yes, so join, subscribe to us, look for us. If you're a Dark Tower fan, here in a couple days we'll be live streaming our book club series. We're in the middle of book 3 right now, which is The Wastelands. And yeah, then we just go every fortnight is what I like to say. Every fortnight we have a video drop. So every 2 weeks or we do a live recording in our podcast drops and stuff. But yeah, stick around, subscribe, rate and review, all that kind of stuff or whatever, or like, and you know,
it's
like and subscribe
and ring the bell to get notifications for YouTube.
Yeah. And then, let us know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, we'll be there and then once this comes out as well, whatever our next book club or our next roundtable after that, we will likely take a deep dive into reviewing the movie and reacting to the movie as what we actually saw. So, thanks for joining us, and we will see you guys next time. Or as we say, and on this show generally with our podcast is long days and pleasant nights.
Long days and pleasant nights, folks.